In this short video, we'll look at how to enter radicals and rational exponents in Mobius. So let's take a look at this one. I have negative the square root of 6, and the directions say rewrite the radical notation using exponential notation. So I'm going to type in negative 6 to the power, and watch, if I put 1/2 and hit the preview, it's going to show that it turned that into a fraction. It didn't turn it into a radical. So I want to go back and add parentheses around my 1/2. This tells Mobius that both the 1 and the 2, so that fraction of 1/2 belong as the exponent to the negative 6. So let's hit our preview now, and I see I have negative 6 to the power 1/2, which is what we want. All right, let's take something a little bit bigger. I have the square root of 48z to the 5th. So in this case, you're going to want to reduce this radical, take out anything that's a square, and rewrite it. So the answer to that would be 4z squared. And then I want to multiply that by the square root of 3z. So I'm going to do parentheses 3z, close parentheses, to the power. And we just learned we need to put parentheses around the 1/2. And again, I'm going to do that preview mode so I can see what that looks like. There's another option here. You could go to the math mode. So instead of doing a text entry, I can do this toolbar. And here I have two choices. So you can see I have this 4z squared, 3z to the 1/2. I could choose to delete that and enter it as 4. I'm going to hit this to make an exponent. So there's z squared. And then I'm going to put the square root, and then we do 3z. This way I can see it exactly like I would traditionally write it. And then you can hit the how would I do, and it says good job. The last one I wanted to show you is what do I do if I have a fraction? And I'm going to take it back to the text entry for that. So here I have the square root of 66 cubed over 36q cubed, and kind of ahead of time I know that this is going to be the square root of 66 over 6q. So I know I need the square root of 66, so I'm going to put parentheses 66 to the power 1/2. Remember to do your parentheses. Then divided by, watch if I just type 6q. Let's hit the preview and see how the 6 is in the denominator, but the q isn't. So there is the little hint and reminder to make sure you enclose the numerator and denominator in parentheses. So that says, let's go back, and in front of the 6, let's put a parenthesis, and then after the q, I put a parenthesis, and then I can preview. And now it's separated correctly. So the square root of 66 is in the numerator, 6q is in the denominator. Again, if you prefer to use the math toolbar, you can switch it. And then using this toolbar, I would probably start by saying I have a fraction. In the numerator, I would put the square root of 66. And then in the denominator, I would put 6q. And then we can say, how did I do? And it says you did a good job. So things to pay attention to are putting parentheses around any kind of rational exponent, put parentheses around a numerator, or separately around a denominator. You want to make sure when you enter these expressions that you're being completely clear with Mobius about what you're trying to communicate.